the enthusiasm. And part of it is that they've really been mistreated by so many years by the politicians. The country's been mistreated. The trade deals are so bad. The taxes were so high. The tax cuts are so good. They've been so appreciated by so many people. The cut in regulations maybe is just as important as the tax cuts because businesses are hiring like they've never hired before. And, we have more interesting set. We have more people working in the United States today than at any time in our history. And it's been so many different things are happening. So there's a tremendous amount of love in the room, and I am aware of it. There's no question about it.
Mr. President, it was just a little over a year and a half ago where your predecessor said that what is happening now couldn't happen again, that those days were gone, that those jobs that were lost were not coming back. I mean, he would tell audiences this. And look at what you've done. And again, with the entirety, seemingly the entirety of Washington's political class opposed. In a year and a half, you have reversed the direction the country was going in. 4.1% economic growth. When you promised that, they accused you of misleading people because it couldn't happen.
Well, that's right, Rush. You have a lot of bad people in Washington. You knew that a long time ago. Frankly, before I knew it, I had no idea how evil some of them are, but you have a lot of great people, too. And outside of Washington, you have the greatest people in the world. And you're right. It's, I've been saying 4%, but it should be much higher than that. If I do good trade deals, which I will, you see what's going on with China, you look at what's going on. I will tell you, NAFTA, they want to make a deal very badly. And, we're putting them back in shape. They're horrible deals, the worst deals ever made by any country. You do that, you start lifting your GDP numbers way up also. Nobody ever even talks about that. We're doing 4.1 with bad trade deals. We have horrible trade deals. And our farmers, we're going to open up markets for them, but they're great patriots. I watch them all the time where they're saying, we trust our president. And, they may take a short-term hit. But you look at farming, it's been going down for 15 years. Soybeans, 5 years before the election, was cut in half. The price was cut in half. I wasn't there. So it's going to, a lot of things are happening that are very exciting. And, you look at the job numbers, you look at African American, best ever, Hispanic, Asian, women, best ever. And it's been a lot of fun for me, but I see the happiness on the faces. Like last night in Florida with that, really massive crowd. You see the happiness and the love, and nobody left. It's like nobody turns off your show. It's like you can't. Nobody leaves. I'll speak for an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. There wasn't a person that left that room. It was an absolute love fest, and it's going on all over the country. And a lot of it's the same message. Most of it, I think probably all of it, is the same message that you give out so well every day, better than anybody.
Well, but your key, I do understand it. I understand the bond that those people attending your rallies have with you and you with them. I've seen it. I know why it exists. And you are consistent. Things you said during the campaign, things you still say today. You haven't given anybody reason to doubt you. You haven't betrayed anybody or made them think that you're going to. An example, here you are suggesting that you'd be willing to talk about shutting down the government if that's what it took to get this wall built. Now, the traditional Republican, no, don't say that. There you are. It's, I'd be glad to do it if that's what it takes.
Yeah.
If people don't understand,
actually think
your
it would
voters
be positive, but,
rally to
two
you
things. Look, we had Obamacare repealed and replaced, and a man, I won't mention his name, but a man at 2 o'clock in the morning went thumbs down, and he campaigned for years on repeal and replace. And we had the chance. Nobody even spoke to him about it because it was, something that was unthinkable what he did. And because of that, but still, I've just about ended Obamacare. We have great health care. We have a lot of great things happening right now. New programs are coming out. We got rid of the individual mandate. But that was very disappointing to me that night. And he did it because of me probably. But that was very disappointing. That was a horrible thing he did to our country. And frankly, it cost $1 trillion because we would have saved $1 trillion on top of which we would have had good health care. But we're doing it a different way. We have to go a different route. But he cost us $1 trillion. And the other thing is the wall. We've started it. It's like pulling teeth, though. Getting these guys to get it done is and you have no idea how tough I've been. And I say, hey, if you have a shutdown, you have a shutdown. Now, the shutdown can also take place after the election. I happen to think it's a great political thing because people want border security. It's not just the wall, Rush, as you know. It's border security. It's getting rid of